Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Irene. If you're looking for simple and inexpensive gifts ideas that are still surprising, unusual and nice looking, I have 5 DIY gifts ideas for you made out of Dollar Tree products. I'll start with a very simple makeover. Dollar Tree has got some nice Irish coffee mugs and I want to show you how to make them personalized. First, you want to degrease the surface of the glasses. Then I'll draw a pattern on the glasses using a transparent outliner, and here I've chosen the simplest option, snowflakes. This outliner is white when you draw with it, but after drying it will become transparent, which looks very nice on glass. In places, I'm stretching the tips of the snowflakes with a toothpick to vary the look. Actually, you can draw anything you want here, like curls imitating frosty patterns will also look great, or you can use silver or white or gold paint to write your wishes to make a personalized gift. I'll leave the links to glass outliner paints suitable for this makeover in the description box as usual. To set the pattern, after drying, put the glasses in an oven at a low temperature for half an hour. After that, the glasses will become washable. You can gift the glasses or mugs as they are, or you can add a bottle of wine and a bag with spices for making mulled wine to make a nice and unusual gift set. Another quick gift option is a portrait-born-inspired photo frame makeover. First, I'm removing the backing and a mat out of the frame. I'm going to wrap the mat in a plaid fabric. I'm coating the front side of the mat with glue. I'm using a glue stick and then I'm placing it on the fabric. Be sure to check for symmetry here. This is really important if you use plaid. I'm cutting out the fabric, leaving about an inch of allowance along the outer and the inner contours, and I'm making small cuts on the inside part up to the very corners. Now I'm coating the edges of the mat on the inside with more glue and wrapping the edge with the fabric allowance here. At the very corners, you may also want to fix it with a drop of hot glue to keep it neat so that no threads stick out here. And I'm wrapping all the edges like this. I still have some fabric sticking out in the corners. I'm cutting off the excess and hot gluing the corners to keep them neat. And finally, to make the wrong side look nice too, I'm covering all the fabric edges with a thin ribbon. And you only need to choose a photo. A black and white photo looks the best here. Such a frame is a great gift for a grandmother if you put a photo of a grandchild in it, and of course you can also gift it without a photo. This looks really similar to high-end portrait-born photo frames and it is really quick to make. You can also embroider or write wishes on the fabric to add a personal touch. I've also bought wooden hangers at Dollar Tree and I've decided to repaint and decorate them. I'm making holly leaves out of self-hardening clay. As well as cute little gingerbread men. I'll leave the links to similar molds in the description box below. I'm attaching the embellishments to the hangers using white glue. They certainly won't stick to the varnished surface, but this is just to keep the right shape. And after the clay has dried, I'm hot gluing them to place. After that, I'm painting the hangers brown using chalk paint. This will be the priming layer. I'm waiting for them to dry and painting them red. I'm using homemade clay-based chalk paint here. I'll leave the link to the video with this recipe down below. I'm applying 2 layers of red to get a nice and even shade. And after the red paint dries, I'm sanding the entire surface. This will even out the paint, and at the same time I'll distress the hangers a little. I'm paying special attention to the corners and the edges to reveal the dark background in places. I distressed the hangers just a little. The overall effect is very subtle. Next, I'll paint the cast embellishments. I'm painting the leaves green and the gingerbread man light brown. I'm adding a little bronze on top to give the embellishments more depth. I'm drawing the eyes and the buttons using white outliner, and in the very end I'm sealing the hangers with a matte sealer. Fashionistas love new dresses, and therefore they always lack hangers. So I think if you have a fashionista friend, she will be glad to have such beautiful Christmas hangers for some special Christmas outfit. I found these little baking pots in Dollar Tree and thought that homemade candles would look great here. I'll use plain white candles. I'm breaking them into pieces and putting the wicks aside. To melt the wax, I'll use a tin can in which I have slightly bent the upper edge to make something like a spout, so it will be easier to pour the melted wax out of it later. I'm hot gluing the wicks onto the bottom of the pots. Since they are wide and flat, I have decided to make 3 wicks in each one. In places I've added the sticks to hold the wicks vertically, but to be honest, since they are not high, they can stand in an upright position without any support. I'm melting the wax and filling the pots. It's a good idea to add fragrance oil to the wax beforehand, like fir oil. After that, I'm decorating the surface. I'm using dried slices of tangerines. I just cut them and dried them in a fruit dryer. The half circles are still too big, so I'm cutting them in half. I'm also adding cinnamon sticks, store anise. I like to use it. The stores are so beautiful and incredibly fragrant. And finally, some allspice berries. Then I'm adding another thin layer of wax to stick everything together. You want the embellishments to be still over the wax. Super easy to make and looks really beautiful. You can put small cones, dried spruce twigs or dried rose buds here. Just be sure to place the decor away from the wicks, and of course do not leave such candles unattended, as the spices can catch fire. I came across a cute square box and I decided to make a Christmas box. I'll use a wreath mold. I'll try to find the link to a similar one for you. I'm filling it with self-hardening clay and attaching it to the box cover. After drying, I'm disassembling the box by unscrewing the hinges. And I'm painting it red. After drying, I'm applying the second layer, and here I'll use the technique that I have already shown several times. This is color blending. I really like the antique look it gives. I'm painting one side red, then adding chocolate along the edges and blending the two shades till I have a nice and smooth color transition. I'm doing the blending on the cover just the same way. I think this technique looks very nice in any Christmas decor, especially in red and brown. After the paint dries, I'm painting the wreath green. By the way, instead of a wreath, you can make a round frame or a Christmas tree or a deer, anything Christmassy looking actually. I'll leave you some links to nice molds that could also work here. There are berries on the wreath and I'm painting them red. And after drying, I'm dry brushing the wreath browns, as I did on the hangers. It provides delicate shine, you get a transparent shiny layer of the browns, and at the same time the green and the red are still visible very well. I'm also painting the edges of the box and the cover browns and dry brushing the corners of the box a bit. I've decided to cover the insides of the box with fabric. I've picked up matching striped green fabric and I'm cutting to pieces that are the same size as the box size. I'm hot gluing the edge of the fabric first and then I'm smearing the side with a glue stick and attaching the whole fabric piece. I'm attaching the fabric to the opposite side the same way. And finally I'm cutting out a piece long enough to cover two sides and the bottom, adding about half an inch of allowance in width. I'm hot gluing the allowances on the long sides of the piece first. I'm also bending back one short side and hot gluing it to the box side. Then I'm also smearing this side with the glue stick and hot gluing the edges. And I'm covering the bottom and the last side the same way. I've decided not to attach the fabric to the inside of the cover, but simply to paint it browns. I'm fastening the hinges back. And finally, I'm sealing the box. Such a box looks really cute and you can use it to store a beautiful handmade Christmas ornament, for example, to make a super cheap gift. But it also looks great on its own as a decorative box too. And finally, I found this cute little money bank house. Unfortunately, the US Dollar Tree doesn't sell these, but they do have similar money banks with a glass front, which you can decorate in the same style. The house looked like a garden shed to me, so this is what I'll make. I'm cutting pieces of wooden coffee stirrers to cover the walls of the shed. You can buy these stirrers in large packages, they are super cheap and easy to work with, but if you don't have them on hand, you can replace them with cardboard strips. And I'm keeping the scraps of the stirrers as they will come in handy for the roof. I'm attaching the sticks to the walls of the shed, making a slight overlap like a lining. I'm covering both the side and the back walls like this. I've started attaching the sticks using white glue, but then I've realized it's easier and quicker using hot glue here. As there are doors on the front wall, I will not cover the whole front with sticks, just a couple of them. I'm also trimming the corners with more sticks to make the shed look more finished. And finally, I'm covering the roof with the stick remnants, making kind of tiles. If you decide to use the shed just for decoration, you can seal the hole in the roof, but my money bank will still be a money bank, so I'm avoiding these areas. I'm attaching another stick over the roof edge to make it nice and neat. And next I'll paint the shed light gray. I'm painting the roof and the doors red. And after drying, I'm dry brushing the whole shed dark brown. This technique makes all the edges and the corners stand out a bit, and the shed looks more realistic. In places even really dirty, but that's for now. I'm leaving it to dry and then I'm dry brushing it white. Since this is a garden shed, I've decided to add a rake and a shovel. I'm cutting off a piece of wooden skewer of the desired length, cutting the teeth for the rake out of toothpicks and attaching them to a piece of a coffee stirrer. And finally, I'm attaching the handle to the rake. Similarly, I'm making the shovel by cutting the blade out of cardboard and attaching a skewer stalk to it. And I'm painting the shovel and the rake gray. After drying, I'm tinting them silver to make them look like metal ones. And finally, I'm adding hints of dark brown around the edges. I'm hot gluing the shovel and the rake near the corner of the shed. You can also add a little watering can here. I've decided to add a nice plate to the shed and I'm making it out of self-hardening clay. And after drying, I'm painting it browns. I'm also painting the door handles browns and decorating the shed with some moss in places to make it look even more realistic. I'm writing the wishes on the plate. And after the letters have dried, I'm adding a little white over both the moss and the plate. I've decided not to decorate it for Christmas to be able to use the gift for the whole year, but I still want a little snow. I thought about how to decorate the signs on the doors for quite some time. I even regretted that I hadn't taken them off altogether. As I'm making the shed, these doors with signs evoke certain associations to me. Maybe in the US they are not so obvious though. So in the end I've decided to attach leftover metal filigree pieces onto them. I think this will be a super cute gift for a gardener. You can decorate such a house in a different manner, of course, with Christmas trees and the like. And if you find the wooden house base like this one, you can also make a seed storage garden shed. Anyway, this is a great inexpensive option for making a personalized money bank. Well, I hope you liked today's gifts ideas, and if you want more ideas, I have a lot of other videos all about making DIY gifts, both for Christmas and for other reasons. I'll link all of them down below. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in my next one. Bye!